too much builder.
Yeah.
Yes. So, because he doesn't know what is real philosophy.
Yeah.
Nobody has said so. That is his misfortune that he has not met the real person from whom he can know the real philosophy. Therefore, he thinks all are like this. All are cheaters. That's not the fact. I say this in the class, that we have been cheated not to find the real water by seeing the mirrors. So is it a fact that there is no water and we should not search about the real water? That's the thing. You understand? The same thing with him. Huh?
Yes.
He has been cheated. So that is not the fact that there is not real philosophy, the real thing, actual fact. You must search out of it.
Because they're all thinking that, well, we've read Bhagavad Gita and we know you're not the body and we can tell everyone you're not the body and you should surrender to Krishna, but what's the use of telling them if you cannot help yourself first?
You cannot surrender to Krishna by yourself. That is not possible. So this process needed a help via media, that is bona fide spiritual master. You don't know how to surrender and what is the process of surrender. That should be taught. That a real bona fide spiritual master will teach you. You cannot do yourself by your own self. All right, I hope Mahaprabhu will help him. He is very kind.
We do too, he's a nice boy.
Hmm?
He's a very nice boy.
Yeah, but he cannot come here.
Yes.
He couldn't come here. All right, Dev may come.
Because just to come to India is nice, but I mean, if you don't associate with the sadhus, then
Yeah.
so many temples are there, but if you don't meet the sadhus,
How long before your legs are better, Maharaja?
My legs,
Yes, before you can walk.
bettering is gradually getting better. Yesterday I went to the doctor to see him, get his advice. He said, you walk, why are you not walking? Because told me to walk.
Acha.
Yeah. So it is all right now, you may walk. Oh, you have so many disciples, they are serving you, they are carrying you, there are you are not trying to walk. No, you walk. He just told me. Well, all right, I will walk now.
in the Bhagavad Gita, Srila Prabhupada talks about
Mm.
when the disciple is initiated, then there's a transference of the disciple's sinful reactions
Yeah.
to the Guru
Yeah.
and then to Krishna. Now, what about the position of the Guru who himself is not following? What happens in that
He
case?
cannot take
He cannot take it.
reactions, no. He cannot take it. He cannot take it. He has no power.
Does he get a reaction for that? Or does he get some reaction?
No, he will never get some reaction because he cannot take it. He never accepts disciple. He just makes a show. You understand? If that means if he has power, he can take his disciples to the lotus feet of Krishna. So reactions will be vanquished. You understand? Thereby, when the spiritual master protects him, gives him protection, so reactions will come to spiritual master. You understand? So spiritual master can withstand it. or he may suffer. You understand? That is because he is so kind, because he is delivering the fallen soul. Let me suffer, as Prahlad Maharaj says. I will stay in this material world and suffer, as Vasudev Datta in Chaitanya Charitamrita said like that, and prayed to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you are Patit Pavan, please deliver all the living beings in this material world. And if you say their sins are very great, they cannot be delivered, then give those sins to me. I will suffer for them and let them all be delivered. That is Vaishnava. You understand? That's real Vaishnava. He is real Vaishnava. But who cannot do this, the reactions will never go to him. It remains with the disciples or the persons. You understand? Yeah. Only he makes us so.
Sometimes devotees in Australia especially, they say, well, why is it that I'm still suffering so much, so many bodily discomforts and things like that, although the spiritual master's taken the reactions? Why is it we're still suffering so much mental torment and so much bodily discomfort?
Who is suffering?
Because the Guru has taken the reaction at the time of...
If Guru takes reactions, the Guru may face some reactions, must suffer. You see, there are many instances that Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj suffered a lot. You understand? And our spiritual master, my spiritual master, Bhubaneswar Maharaj also suffered so much. You understand?
Yeah.
That is, these are the instances. Because they are really delivering the fallen soul and taking up their reactions. You understand? They take up to them. All right, let me suffer and let this soul be delivered. And suffering, a Vaishnava suffering is something different. It is not suffering of a conditioned soul, not like the suffering of a conditioned soul. Because conditioned soul feels so much pain, all these things. He cries for it, that I am in such a distressed condition, and Krishna is giving me, or Bhagavan, the Lord is giving me so much suffering. But Vaishnava never says so. Rather, he accepts it gladly and thinks that it is mercy of the Lord. Tattva Susamitaman. That the verse in Srimad Bhagavatam. This anukampa means mercy. He thinks himself that I am a great sinner. So I have committed so many sins. I have to suffer a lot. But Krishna is so merciful that he gives me slight, very little suffering. You understand? Not so heavy or serious suffering. He thinks like that. That's the Vaishnava way. You understand? And those who are not Vaishnavas and just show themselves as Vaishnavas, they really never take the reactions. No. Because they have no power to take the persons or devotees or disciples, so-called disciples, to the lotus feet of Krishna. So how can they take the reactions?
So really the disciples are just going along on their own steam. They're having to try and hold themselves up in their spiritual life.
Yeah.
And that's why it's very hard for them to perform devotional service. That is sort of like our position, is it? Is that like our position?
Opposition, yeah. Yeah.
One needs the inspiration of the spiritual master, or bona fide spiritual master.
How can one know?
No. Does one needs the inspiration of a bona fide
Yes,
spiritual
yes,
master?
one needs inspiration, yes, definitely. A bona fide spiritual master. Yes, and who is a bona fide? There are symptoms. You understand? Symptoms in Shastra. And those are real sadhus, they also tell what are the symptoms. So according to that, one can judge, one can understand or know, yes, he is a real bona fide spiritual master or sadhu. You understand?
Previously, so many men were labelled as pure devotees. When Srila Prabhupada left the planet, all the gurus were they were labelled as pure devotees. You know, like 1978 and that, Bhubaneswar and all them. Prabhupada says in the Bhagavatam that the pure devotees have certain symptoms, but then he says even if those symptoms are not there, you know, hair standing around like that, one can see that one's a pure devotee because he's 24 hours a day simply thoughts of thinking of Krishna, working in Krishna's service, trying to encourage others, trying to inspire others.
Yeah.
And for himself, he's not interested so much.
Yes. But Prabhupada said that is in Shastra. There are symptoms, but one is Mukhya Lakshan, means principal symptom, and others are secondary, Guna Lakshan. You understand? The principal one is a completely surrendered soul. That is the principal symptom. Completely surrendered soul. The Shastra says, Krishna ka saranatva hi mukhya lakshana. Mukhya means principal. You understand? This is principal symptom. This is completely surrendered soul. That is principal one. Others are secondary. When principal one is there, secondaries come up automatically. One man must not try for it. That will automatically manifest. You understand? It automatically manifest. Secondary things. Therefore, the Acharya, as you say, Prabhupada says, if you cannot find all these symptoms there, those are secondary, so you should not think that he is not a pure devotee. But principle must be there. That he is a completely surrendered soul. That is.
So previously we've been looking at more at the externals.
Externals, yes. Yes, that's externals, yeah. Secondary, externals, Bhaya.
Cheated by the appearance.
Yeah. Therefore we say these are externals. This is not important. These are not important. That is the principal one, an internal one, the most important one. It's a completely surrendered soul. One who is a completely surrendered soul, so Krishna completely takes his charge. You understand?
Takes his what?
Charge.
Charge.
His responsibility.
Yeah.
You understand?
That's it.
So, at any circumstances, he will never fall down because Krishna will protect him. Because he is completely surrendered soul. You understand? That's most important.
What is the definition of a completely surrendered soul?
Completely surrendered definition are symptoms that is given in Shastras or according to Mahaprabhu's teachings, that Sikhastaka verse, Trunadapi Sunicheno Taroriva Saisnuna Amanina Manodena Kirtonina Sudhari. This is the symptom. He thinks himself more insignificant than a piece of straw lying on the street. Trunadapi Sunicha. He is a very great personality, but thinks himself most fallen, more insignificant. That is, and Taroriva Saisnu, more tolerant than a tree. You understand? He never demands respect for himself, rather gives respect to others, because everyone living in him is a soul, part and parcel of Krishna. So he gives respect, one and all. This is simple. You understand? He's never popped up. He's never popped up. That is a dangerous thing. Kunti Devi has also said that Janmeshwarja Suta Sri Virya Dhaman Madapuman Naiva Hratyavim Avidhatum Vaitum Akinchana Gocharam That's Kunti says in Srimad Bhagavatam. Akinchan. Akinchan means I am more insignificant, very, very insignificant creature in this world. There is nobody more insignificant than myself. That is symptom. You understand? Janmeshwarja Sruta Srihi Edhamana Madhapuman. That means he may have taken birth in a high family, you understand, respectable family. As Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, Rup Goswami, they were Brahmins. They were Pandits, learned scholars. They had much material opulence. You understand? They were ministers, high position in the society they had. Sruta, they were learned Pandits, scholars. They were proficient in so many languages, Sanskrit, Arabic, Persian, etc. You understand? Yes, learned Pandits, scholars. Janmeshwarja Sruta Srihi. But they gave up all these things and they became more insignificant than a straw. Kaupina kantha sritau. That means they put on kanthi and kaupi and stayed under the trees of Vrindavan, and they used to spend one night under one tree. You understand? Then they changed that place. They had nothing, only kaupin, one bahirvas, one water pot, nothing else. You understand? They are so niskinchan. You understand?
Niskincha means free from
Niskinchan means very,
possession.
very poor, insignificant, like insignificant creature. They have nothing, as if they have nothing. But they were great personality. They have everything. Maharaj, king of the kings. Isn't it? We say Maharaj, king of the kings. But they put up themselves as they are nothing. You understand? They have got one very valuable wealth. That is Krishna Prem. This is the love of Krishna. No material wealth. Dasakari Betanmare Deo Prema Dhan. It is stated. Oh Krishna, I want to be your servant to serve you, to work for you. So you have engaged some workers. They take wages, money. But I will be your worker, your servant, but I won't take this material money. I want one wealth, one money, that is Krishna Prem Dham. You understand? That is the love of Krishna. That is the wealth for me. You please give me that. I don't want no other asset, or money or wealth. They had that thing. And that story is there. One Brahmin, poor Brahmin, he was worshipping in Kashi, Banaras, Kashi, was worshipping Lord Shiva. He was very poor. So he was worshipping Lord Shiva and was asking him for wealth, dhana. So Shiva was very much pleased with him and ordered him, you go to Vrindavan and meet Sanatana Goswami. You understand? He will give you wealth. So he came to Vrindavan, asked people, where is Sanatana Goswami? People said he is a wandering mendicant, no specific definite residence. He may be wandering somewhere in the jungles of Vrindavan. You may find him. So fortunately, he found him. So he told him, Shivaji has told me this thing. You are a very rich man, you have enough wealth, so I am a poor man, please give me some wealth. Then Sanatana Goswami, you are such a foolish person, you see, I have only these assets, this bypass, this coping, this water pot, nothing else. How do you think that I am a wealthy person. Where is my wealth? How can I give? What wealth? No. When Srimati has said this thing, has he lied? No, he is not liar. Srimati is not liar. You must have. Well, you are lying. That he said. So Sanatana Goswami thought, oh yes. Once he was going to Jamuna to take bath early in the morning. So a touchstone, do you know touchstone? If you can touch a piece of iron, the iron will be turned into gold. That is known touchstone. So a touchstone hit his leg, and the sand of on the beach and the embankment of Jamuna. So he kicked it out. So it is a very bad day. That this thing touched me. So he remembered, oh yes. Once I had touched that touchstone while I was going to take bath Jamuna. That's a very bad day. All right, I had put that stone underneath the sand of Jamuna there. He told him the place, you may go there and get it. That will give you wealth. So he went there and fortunately got that stone. He had taken a piece of iron, cut it, and it turned into gold. So he was very happy. Oh, such a valuable stone. Then he thought of, how is it that can anybody throw it away? Such a valuable stone which turns the iron into gold? How is it? And why is it that Sanatana Goswami kicked it out? No. He might have more valuable wealth than this one. Otherwise, how can kick it out? So he came to Sanatana Goswami and asked the very same question. Oh Mahatma Swamiji, you must have more valuable wealth than this one. Otherwise, how can you keep it up? Then Sanatana Goswami said, all right, you want to take that wealth? No, yes, I want to take that wealth. Now then, if you want to take that wealth, you should have to throw it away first. You first throw it away, this touchstone. Then that wealth will be available to you. So, he was fortunate enough that he could get the association of Sanatana Goswami, such a great elevated personality, a Mahatma. So, this vairagya means, do you follow? Detachment, vairagya, renunciation, has cropped up in him. So he threw it out. Then Sanatana Goswami gave, you see, we have this wealth, this holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. This is only wealth we have. You understand? That means the name of Krishna can give you everything. Can give you everything. It is so valuable. One cannot calculate its value. So, though those Goswamis were leading their life as a very, very poor person, Dino, still they had built so much, so great temples, Madan Mohan temple, Govinda temple, like that, which costs crores of rupees nowadays. You see?
We've just been visiting all those temples.
Yes, because this wealth is coming and rolling at their feet, and they are utilizing it for the service of Krishna. You understand? So, Srimad Mahaprabhu had ordered them 4 things to do. One, Lupta Tirtha Uddhar. That means that you just excavate the tirthas. That means tirtha, places of pilgrimage, or holy dhams, holy places, relating to the pastimes of Krishna. Krishna came here 5,000 years ago, and those things are now lost. You just revive it. That's number one, the Tirtha Uddhara. Then number two, you build temples and set up these deities, vigrahas, and seva prakash, and teach people how to serve the deities. Number two. Number three, write this Bhakti Grantha, the books on Bhakti Yoga Vigyan. You understand? Then number four, Vaishnava Sadachar Prakash. And also you teach people what is Vaishnava Sadachar. That is the real behavior of the Vaishnava, how the person will become Vaishnava. So Sanatana Goswami has written that book, Hari Bhakti Vedas, a very big book, where all these things has been written, Vaishnava Sadachar, all these things. So four things Mahaprabhu told them to do. They were doing this thing. You understand? Very valuable things. And though they are leading such a life, dino, very poor, nothing, as if they had nothing. This is because they were such great personalities. This name, the name of Krishna will give you everything. They are always chanting name, and few hours, some of them don't sleep, some of them sleep few hours, say 1 hour or 2 hours, and always chanting, always. That is Ashtaka, Sada Goswami Ashtaka. Prabhupada very often chants that Ashtaka, sings that, Sada Goswami Ashtaka. Kopina kanthasritam, taktva tirnam tutshavat, kopina kanthasritam, asesa mandalapati. These chants is favorite. Prabhupada's favorite Ashtaka. Very often he chants very nicely. And how you might have heard the tape.
That's the prayers by Srivas Thakur, is it? Srinivas.
Srinivas, yes, Srinivas. Yeah, written by him. Yeah, very nice. Krishna Kirtana Nartana Parau. Yes. Vande Rupa Sanatanam Sri Jiva Gopalako. That is very nice. Yes. It is stated there. You understand?
Maharaj, these famous temples like Govindaji Temple, especially Govindaji Temple.
Govindaji.
How is it that, although they're established by great Vaishnavas like that, and the deity of Krishna is there, that the Muslims could desecrate the temples the way they did? Especially with cutting the face of
Govindaji is in Jaipur. Rajputana, Rajputana, Jaipur. Yeah, that is these Muslims do it. They did it. Yeah, because they are atheists. Muslims are atheists. Atheists. They have no belief in these deities. They say it's idol worship. So, Krishna, Nama Rupo Vigraho Tino Chidananda Moy, Tine Bheda Nai Tino Chidananda Moy. The name of Krishna, you understand? Rupa, the form of Krishna, and Vigraha, the deity, worshipped in the temple of Krishna. Three are non-different. There is no difference. This is for a bhakta, devotee, not for non-devotee. You understand? Non-devotee sees difference. Bhakta never sees any difference. You understand? As you might have heard the story of Sakhi Gopal. Sakhi Gopal? You understand? Witness Gopal. Gopal came to give witness to that place in South India. The two Brahmins went for pilgrimage, and now the older Brahmin promised to give his daughter in marriage to the younger Brahmin, but when they came back, that older Brahmin couldn't keep up his words, with his sons, his wife, and his relatives. Threatened him and said because that Brahmin was very poor, not so educated, is not equal to us, so we won't give. Such is the story. So then the younger Brahmin called Pancha, that means people to give him justice. So he said, is there any witness that my father, his son says that thing? Oh yes, witness is Gopal deity. That son says, oh, can that deity come here and give witness? Then we'll accept it, otherwise not. Because he had no belief that deity will come. Because he's that is, I would say, statue that he thinks statue built with stone. How can it come? Understand? He has no belief because he's an atheist, he's a non-devotee. But a devotee has firm faith in it. Yes, deity must come because it's none different from Krishna. So that younger Brahmin went to Vrindavan, asked that deity, Gopal deity, that the older Brahman has promised to be for you and you are the witness. Now time needs you that you should come and give witness. And that deity said, oh, have you seen that deity has gone somewhere? The deity says like that. Then that Brahmin, because he's a bhakta, he says, oh, what is this? You are speaking, why can't you go? You are speaking, huh? So if deity can speak, why not deity? Why can't deity go? So deity will go because he was devotee, bhakta, so deity was very clear. All right, I'll go. But one condition is there. You go, I'll follow you, but don't look back. If you look back, I'll stay there. I don't go forward. You can just hear the tinkling sound of my nupur on my feet. Do you understand? Thereby you can understand that I am following you. And another thing, you just cook a rice, mother is there, pa chao, rice and just offer me. And you go up, you walk and I'll follow. Don't look back. You understand? And in this way that Brahmin came. So when deity came, all were astonished. Oh, deity came. So this is enough. That when deity came, that this fact is true, that this Brahman has promised, so he must give his daughter. All people said like that. So this is known as Sakhi Gopal. So the king of Orissa took that deity to Jagannath Puri. He placed it in Katak. Then he took the deity to Jagannath Puri. Keep that deity inside the compound, Jagannath compound. You may find you are not allowed to enter into that compound, but there is one place named, one small temple, and inside the compound of Jagannath temple, the Sakhi Gopal was there. But whatever this bhog means the food stuff, prasad, so many foodstuffs are prepared every day for Jagannath. The Brahmins carried to the bhog mandap. So while they were carrying, Sakhi Gopal stole everything and ate. So Jagannath could not get anything. So there was quarrel between Gopal and Jagannath. So this is stealing my food. So there was a quarrel. This is transcendental, it's not material quarrel. So then king took that deity and now he is in Satyavadi, Sakhi Gopal, one place is there. Have you seen it?
Whereabouts?
That means on the road to going to Puri, it's a few miles.
Is that the one 12 kilometres out from the railway line?
Sakhi Gopal, Satyavadi.
Yeah.
There is a railway station named Satyavadi. Our place is known as Sakhi Gopal or Satyavadi. There is temples, Sakhi Gopal temples. So this is a story. How this deity is none different from Krishna himself. But there is one saying, Dekhya na dekhe jen abhakter jan, uluko na dekhe jen surjyer kiran. You see, uluk means it's owl. Owl, you know?
Owl.
Oh, yes,
That's it. The big eyes.
big eyes. It never comes out during daytime, it comes out at night. So at daytime, it lives inside a hole in the tree, isn't it? So it can never see the sunshine. So he says, where is the sun? How it shines? He says like that. Similarly, a bhakta, a non-devotee cannot see all these things. How deity speaks, how deity goes, how deity accepts service, all these things. Though he comes to the temple and sees the deity, but he cannot see it. But a devotee can see it. You understand? That is stated in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Dekhya na dekhe jane abhakter jan, uluko na dekhe jane surjyer kiran. You understand? Yeah. Nice things. Hello.
Nice stories. Nice stories.
Yeah, nectar. Amrit. Yes, what is question? Is he getting better?
Little bit.
Later. Taking some medicine?
No, he hasn't. He's,
No.
He's very weak. He just needs to rest and sleep.
All right. Rest and take and chant. That will
It's
cure
medicine.
him.
I was going to ask you, Maharaj, that in many of the temples I see around the place, especially in India, not so many women come to the temples and like
Yeah.
in the programs and things like that.
Uh-huh.
So we were all discussing that for a long time. What is actually the duty of a woman, like especially say for someone like my wife? What should be her duty in devotional service that she can perform devotional service?
Some women are coming.
Yeah.
What do you say?
What should be the duty of a woman in devotional service? What's her
Duty of women.
Yeah.
Yes, women are devotees. But in Vedas, it is said, or in other yugas also, the woman, and in Srimad Bhagavad Gita it is said also, Papa Jonaya, Stri Joni, Papa Jonaya. You understand? That verse is there in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Stri Sudra, Vaisya Sudra, Stri, Papa Jonaya. That verse. That means the Stri Joni means Stri woman, form of life, is the form of a Papa Joni. That means sinful. Those who are very, very sinful, they take the body of woman like that. And also, stated in Srimad Bhagavatam, how Lord Indra distributed the Brahmahatya reactions, his Brahmahatya reactions, killing a Brahman, Brahmahatya reactions to tree, to woman, to water, and the earth, four. That is in Srimad Bhagavatam. So women have taken that reaction, 1/4 of that reaction. And therefore, they have this menstrual, these nasty things coming out once a month. That is the reaction of Brahmahatya portion of Indra. You understand? So, Papa Jonaya. So, they are not entitled to read Vedas, study Vedas. In other yugas, they were prohibited. But in Kali Yuga, Mahaprabhu was very merciful. You understand? So he allowed one and all irrespective of caste, creed and species. You understand? May he be male or female. He can get it. He can chant holy name and he can read Vedas. That's Mahaprabhu's mercy. So, a woman will be a devotee. No, how? No, she must be a devotee. She will render devotional service under the guidance of one of her spiritual master. But she has some limitations. She cannot be equal with the male person. You understand? Stri jonaya, pap jonaya. And in Srimad Bhagavatam it is also stated that human may be much elevated, as maybe human may be very, very elevated like Parvati Devi. But the consciousness is inferior than that of male. Because in Dhritarashtra Upakhyan, Chitraketu Upakhyan, it is stated, Srila Prabhupada has stated this thing, that Parvati Devi cursed Chitraketu to burn as a demon. He just laughed at Shivaji, because Shivaji was sitting in the assembly of sadhus, embracing his wife Parvati. Shivaji could tolerate it. He didn't curse, but Parvati couldn't tolerate. She cursed. So at that, so in purport to that verse, Prabhupada says that a woman may be very, very elevated like Parvati, but her consciousness is inferior.
He says, due to womanly weakness there, isn't it in that verse? That she cursed Chitraketu due to womanly weakness.
Yes, because she cursed Chitraketu. So, consciousness is inferior. That is, how elevated a woman may be, her consciousness is inferior than that of a male person. So, but Mahaprabhu is merciful. A woman can get the mercy of Srimad Mahaprabhu and be a devotee and serve Mahaprabhu or Krishna. That is only possible in this Kali Yuga, like the days of Mahaprabhu. But at home, woman's duty means she cannot remain independent. She must accept a husband. Must. Very difficult to remain without a husband. So, she must be devoted to her husband. Devoted to her husband, because her husband is her master. Husband, Swami means master, Prabhu. You understand? She must be devoted to her husband, and husband must be a Vaishnava, a devotee. Many places in his purport, Srila Prabhupada said this thing. And Grihastha Vaishnavas, they must have their own deities in their homes, and they will serve the deities, and the woman can do it. Do archana, sungar, and worship, deity worship, all these things, offering prasad, everything, home deities. But a woman cannot do in the temple. No. Because the temple is a public place.
They say that a woman who's feeding children, breastfeeding, that they're considered unclean.
Perspiration. What you say?
When a mother is feeding her baby,
baby.
Is she considered unclean then?
Oh, that is natural thing. Therefore, and women have this menstruation period, all these things, they are considered unclean at that time. But the woman was actually may arise. Therefore, it is prohibited in Shastras that women will worship deities at their homes, not in the temple and public places, no. No.
So what sort of service can a woman do at the temple?
Woman can clean the temple, clean the utensils, cook for the deities, you understand, and make garlands, all these things she may do. She may prepare clothing for the deities. If she knows this embroidery work or sewing, all this. These are many works, many services for them. Yeah. If there is seva. If there is a gosala in the ashram, gosala, cow, dairy farm, cows are there.
Yeah.
So she may work there, clean the goshala and milk cows and prepare those things, yogurt, ghee, cheese, all these things. That woman can do. Yeah. And women can also teach small children, teachers of the small children. Yeah, take care. These are the devotees.
In Australia, Maharaj, they have this philosophy that in previous ages women were less intelligent, but in this age now, in the Kali Yuga, especially this present age, that women and men are not different because they're all less intelligent. That's what they say.
They say,
Yeah,
but
I don't
Shastra
believe.
never says. Shastra never says so. They say we are equal with men.
Yes. That's
So,
the devotees are saying.
yes. So they are becoming prime ministers, judges, magistrates in all work, all field of activity. And they are there. You understand? Yes.
These statements and what you just said, that's in our temples.
The temple leaders are saying that.
ISKCON leaders
ISKCON ladies.
are saying these things.
Yeah.
About our ISKCON devotees.
No, Shastras never say so.
Because Chanakya Pandit said, eat twice a day, 4 times is inconsiderate or whatever.
Yes, Chanakya Pandit has said.
9 times is lust.
Yes. The women have defects, so many defects. And there's a Chanakya verse I have, I cannot remember, I can recite it, but men have some defects. Oh. So, that is. However elevated woman may be, her consciousness is inferior. That Prabhupada says. So, I say that they have their limitations. They should not cross the limitations. They should not think that we are equal with male. No, they should not say. Because the Creator or Vidhata, Lord Brahma, has not made them so. And I have heard also, you might have heard the tapes of Srila Prabhupada, that he speaks many things about this, as how the humans think themselves equal with male. No, you cannot be equal. Because you have to be your child, not a male person. He has said that. You have to be your child, not a male person. You have to take care of the child. You have to be not a male person. How can you be equal? If a male can be your child and you can be your child, then you may be equal. But only you can be your child, not a male person. That Prabhupada said. Because Shastra never says so.
So can a woman go back to Godhead in this lifetime?
Why not? Why not? That Mahaprabhu's mercy. Yes.
So they're not, although due to their desire they've taken a particular body,
Yeah,
it doesn't
yeah.
restrict them from going back to the spiritual world
Yeah.
if they follow the process.
They, in this very life can go back home, back to Godhead. Yeah.
Some have said that the women they have to take birth as a man and then go back to Godhead.
No such thing. Mahaprabhu's mercy is so powerful. In this very life they can go. No need of taking another path. Yeah. Mahaprabhu is very merciful.
Very nice.
Yes, very, very merciful. Therefore, Mahavadanya avatar. Adbhuta Vadanya, Adbhuta Udarja, Adbhuta Karunya. Stated in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Kaviraj Goswami, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami has used this word Adbhuta, wonderful, 3 times. Adbhuta Vadanya, Adbhuta Udarja, Adbhuta Karunya. 3 times this word Adbhuta means wonderful he has used. Wonderfully magnanimous. Adbhuta Vadanya. Adbhuta Karunya. Wonderfully merciful. Adbhuta Karunya. Adbhuta Udarja means wonderfully magnanimous, magnanimity. It's 3 times he has used this word Adbhuta. That's Srimad Mahaprabhu.
Udduta, is it?
Adbhuta means wonderful.
Adhuta.
Adbhuta. Yes, you should learn all these things. Chaitanya Charitamrita.
My memory is not so good. I learn all these things, and like this morning, I couldn't even remember the 4 defects of the living entity.
Yeah.
In my mind, I knew them, but I just couldn't get the words.
Yes, by constant hearing you can remember all this. Hearing is very powerful. Sravanam.
So Maharaja, it seems that even though they're little twists, they are twisting the philosophy.
Yes, twist. Oh, Bhima Prabhu. Hare Krishna. So, Bhima Prabhu, when did you come? Gour Govinda. Ami jani. That means in...
I know.
I know. In Bengali said. So he said, all right, you give 50%, I will give 50%.
Right.
Matching grant. Matching. So that day, he opened an account in Punjab National Bank.
That's it.
First he put 50,000 rupees. Then he told me, you match. So as long as Prabhupada was here in this material world, we were getting that matching grant.
That's it.
As soon as he disappeared, that stopped. So I approached at that time Giriraj Swami, Tamal Krishna and Gopal Krishna, something. They were in charge of this fund, MBT.
MBT.
Yes. So I approached them. They said, no, sorry, we cannot grant you. This Tamal Krishna Maharaj told me. Because many temples are taking, the fund will be exhausted. You take loan. I said, I can't take loan. I cannot repay it. It's compound interest. Prabhupada has said this thing. So if you want to keep up the words of Prabhupada, what shall I say? So then Tejas was at that time here. He was a good collector. He was collecting money. So he took some loan. You understand? Because he can repay it.
Right.
Now no longer Tejas is here. He is not earning for this project or giving money for this project.
Right.
He is not assisting. So how can I repay it? Every time during this Indian GBC meeting they tell me, I say, I cannot repay it. You ask Tejas. Prabhupada has set up this thing. So let that money be accounted for like that for matching grant.
Right.
Yes.
What did they say to that?
They cannot say anything.
Chup.
Chup. So I cannot repay it. I am very, very poor person, poor man. Odisha is a poor state. So this is going on.
They should see that this is like Vrindavan or Mayapur. This is international project almost in one sense because it's so close to Jagannath Puri.
Yes.
And if Prabhupada didn't want it finished, then he wouldn't have laid the foundation.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they should see like that. MBT मतलब Prabhupada के पैसा है.
हाँ,
I spoke to some devotees in
Yes,
LA.
yes.
Maybe we should do one thing.
Mm.
Just like they made in the ISKCON World Review one advertisement for saving New Mayapur, and they got some money.
Yeah.
So if maybe we can make some type of
Advertisement.
because we can say,
Mm.
see, the history was Tejas was in Bhubaneswar and he did this concrete work.
Mm.
Now he's gone on to some other place and was exposed to the monsoon and the weather. It's becoming bad. It has to be covered, has to be finished.
Yes.
Otherwise, whatever work is done will be lost.
Lost. Yes.
So like that, we can maybe make a plea in this ISKCON World Review for devotees to come forward and give something and help finish the Bhubaneswar temple.
That's a nice
Temple
thing,
that
yes.
Prabhupada
Last
on
one is
hand.
project.
He laid the cornerstone. This was the project he wanted to finish.
Mm.
It's in the heart of
City.
Vaishnavism.
Mm.
It's all of Mauritius, Vaishnava.
Yes. Yes.
So people, devotees should request to come forward and help finish the project. Maybe we can do something like that.
Yes, that's a nice thing. We'll do it.
ISKCON World Review.
This time Mukunda Goswami didn't come.
I have a question.
Yes.
If Krishna knows past, present, and future,
Krishna?
Krishna knows past, present, and future.
Yes.
So he's not, being in the spiritual world, he's not limited to any material time.
No.
So he knows when his devotee will be liberated from the conditioned state. So, so why does he? Why not that he comes and sits in the heart with us as our eternal friend, never leaves us? So
Yes.
why not, if he knows the future, why not just go directly to the future and miss?
He knows everything, but he has given you independence. There is no specific time that of liberation. Do you understand? There is no specific time that in certain time you will be liberated. No. It is up to you. When you get this human body, it is up to you. That independence Krishna has given you. When you want very seriously, you understand? And try your best, praying to Krishna, then he will provide you with a bona fide spiritual master, thereby you will be liberated. That is in your hand. Prabhupada says it is in your hand. It is not specific time, that certain time will come, then you will be liberated. No such thing. No. Do you understand?
So Krishna doesn't actually know when you'll go back
That
to
has granted you independence. In very life, this human life, you will be liberated. If you are serious, seriously, if you seriously want so, then Krishna can grant you at any time. No certain specific time. You understand? Yes. There is no specific time.
Still, he knows the future. If Krishna knows the future, so he must know when you'll be liberated, isn't it?
You can be liberated at any time when you are serious enough to be liberated in this form of life. Krishna has given you this independence and he will grant you. No certain specific time. If you don't want, why shall Krishna grant you? You understand? You don't want. That in Bhagavad Gita Krishna says, Matta smriti jnanam apahanam cha. He has said this verse. Matta smriti jnanam apahanam cha. From me comes remembrance and forgetfulness, apahanam, and jnana, knowledge. Do you understand? If someone is serious enough to remember Krishna, so he will grant remembrance. If someone doesn't want, He wants to forget Krishna, so forgetfulness is granted. You understand? That's what Gita says. So we were serious that, oh Krishna, I am your servant. As Sikhastaka and Sikhastaka Mahaprabhu says, what is that one? Ainanda tanuja kinkaram patitam ma visame bhavam rudau kripaya tatpada pankaj dhuli sadrusa vijindaya. Isn't it? That verse is that. That is prayer. Oh, son of Nanda Maharaj, I am your servant. Anyhow, I have been put into this dreadful ocean of material ocean and being drowned. Please save me and take me back and think me as a speck of dust at the lotus feet. You understand? If you pray like that, and Krishna will grant. If you are serious enough to be liberated from the clutches of Maya and go back home, back to Godhead, then Krishna will grant. Any time. It depends on your this prayer, heartfelt prayer. You understand how serious you are. Krishna as Paramatma knows everything is in your heart. How serious you are, he knows. If you are so serious, he will grant at any time. No specific time limit. He just wants this. You be serious enough. He gives you this opportunity in this human form of life. You understand? As my Guru Maharaj says, that human form of life means you are in a crossroad. Crossroad. You understand? Crossroad means the road leads to this direction, this direction, this direction, this direction. And arrow mark is there. This road leads to Vrindavan, this road leads to there, Jagannath Puri, this road leads to that place, this road leads to that place. You first decide to which direction you have to go. Then decide your direction first, then take up that road and reach the destination. So, in human form of life, you are in crossroad. And what is your destination? Your destination is to reach the lotus feet of Krishna, to get Krishna. So, pick up that road which leads to the lotus feet of Krishna. You have to pick up that road. You understand? That is human form of life. Labdha sudurlabhayidam bhaushamabhanti manusyamarthadam anityamapi yadhira. 11th canto. Bhagavatam says so. You understand? After undergoing so many species of life, this you have been granted, this very form, human species of life. Labdha sudurlabhayidam bhaushamabhanti manusya, the human form of life, and it is anitya, it is short-lived, at any time it may finish. So don't make haste, don't make delay. You understand? And arthada, but it is arthada. In this very life, you can get that. This paramartha means Krishna bhakti, devotion to Krishna, that means otherwise the lotus feet of Krishna. This is only opportunity given in this very form of life, human form of life. So one who is an intelligent person, he must have it. Take the opportunity, avail the opportunity. No, this at any time this life may go away. And there is no guarantee that again I granted this human form of life. So I should not miss the opportunity or chance. In very life, I will get. I will reach the destination. You understand? So, nothing specific time. No. Krishna has granted you this thing. And it depends upon your seriousness. You understand? There is no specific time. That in certain time, this living entity will be liberated. No such thing.
Then is it correct, Maharaj, that the Krishna is just simply waiting for the living entity to turn towards him?
Huh?
is it correct that to say that the living that Krishna is just waiting for the living entity to turn towards him?
Yes, to turn towards him, yes. In human form of life it is possible, not in other form of life. When he gives you human form life, he gives you opportunity. You understand? Only in human form of life, not in other form of life. Not even in the form of demigod's life. You understand? The demigods want to born as human beings, especially in India. That is stated in Bharata Bhumite Manusya Dhamma Hoila Jaya. And in Srimad Bhagavatam also it is stated how demigods want to take part in India as human beings. In 5th canto, I think so.
Some people say, like, a lot of the times we talk to people at Sunday festival, Sunday feast.
Sunday feast.
And some people say that, well, if Krishna's in the heart and Krishna knows everything,
Yes,
past,
yes.
present,
Future.
and future, there's
Yeah.
nothing he doesn't know,
Uh,
then he must know, obviously, that every living entity is going back to God at some stage. So he already knows when you're actually going back. He knows, we don't. So, well, why is there a need to even do anything? Because eventually we'll get there.
no.
Is it?
No. I just tell you, when he grants you this human form life and gives you independence, and he just waits to see how far you are serious, how eager you are to get liberation and go back home or back to Godhead. He just wants this thing. Therefore, that verse I cited from Bhagavad Gita, Matta Smriti Jnanam Apahanam cha. Then said, this remembrance, knowledge and forgetfulness comes from me. That means if you want to forget him, so he grants forgetfulness. You want to remember him, he grants remembrance. You understand? That is up to you.
So it's not that everything is automatically preordained, because God knows everything, then everything is preordained and nothing can be changed.
Everything is preordained. That means conditioned souls, they have the reactions of their work. That is preordained. But as soon as you take shelter, Sarvadharman Paritejya Mamekam Saranam Braja, Antasar Papebhya Mukhi Syami, Masucha. This is most important. When a living entity takes complete shelter at the lotus feet of Krishna, all his reactions of his fruitive work destroyed. Nothing is there. So the preordained thing never comes up. It's gone now.
And of course Krishna already knew that anyway, right?
Yeah. So he wants that you take shelter, you surrender yourself at his lotus feet. He wants that.
So it's not that because Krishna knows everything and things are going on,
No.
and when they change, he can also change his mind.
Yes, everything will change, everything will come, this creation will come, this yuga will come, this will happen. Such things are there. But in relation to human beings' liberation, this doesn't apply. No. It is up to you. He has given, granted that independence.
Sometimes the Buddhists say like that too, that you have a certain ordainment of things that are going on and eventually you'll get out. So really it doesn't matter what you do.
That means that will make you lazy.
Yes.
No, time has not come, so I cannot go back. Let me sleep now, do nonsense. Let when that time come, I'll do. No. That is misconception. That's not real thing.
There's also something I heard from one devotee once, I don't know.
No, that's not a fact at all, Baba. That is not correct thing.
No, I heard once from one devotee, he said that Krishna is unlimited, so he knows everything, yet at the same time, he doesn't even know his own limits. Because once he did, he'd be limited. So he said it's like that.
Krishna is unlimited, that's a fact. is Ananta, is unlimited. Ananta. You understand? But in human form, life has granted this independence to you. There is no such thing that certain period is there where you will be liberated. No. Then all will be lazy. Oh, time has not come. Let me do nonsense now. When that time will come, I'll just be a devotee. No such thing.
This question I was asking is actually something else, where the devotee was explaining that, like, Krishna is unlimited, so there's no boundaries to him. Yet he was saying that because Krishna is unlimited, he also doesn't understand his own limits.
Own limits.
Yeah.
Krishna doesn't know.
Is that true?
Krishna is unlimited. Where is the question of limit? If someone is unlimited, where the question of limit arises? Isn't it?
So therefore Krishna doesn't actually understand even his own limits, even though he understands everything.
He knows. He is omnipotent, he is omnipresent, he is omniscient. He knows everything. You understand? So, if he is unlimited, where the question of limitation arises? There is no question of limitation. He is unlimited.
But if he knows everything,
yes, he knows everything. That's correct.
then it's like, for our vision, when we know everything, there's nothing further to be known. That like puts a capsule around it. And there's something out on the other side.
Yes,
Like
he
that.
knows everything, but in human form life, he has granted you this independence. That in very form of life, if you so serious, you are so serious, you may come back to body. But if you know, if you doesn't want, if you don't want, then why shall I grant you? That is up to you. He has given this independence.
So we can actually drift endlessly in the material world if we don't desire to go back.
You must desire how to go back together. Only desire. As Shikshastra says, "Nam dhanam na sundarim kavitam va jagadisha kamai mama janmani sware bhavata bhakti rahetugito." It is only desire. I don't desire for dhanam, wealth, material wealth, no janam, no followers, no sundari kavita, beautiful wife or woman. Only no liberation, mukti, janmani sware. Life after life. I want only one thing, that bhavatat bhakti, that I am your eternal servant. How can you serve? How can I serve the lotus feet of yours? Just grant me this thing, I desire this thing, nothing else. That Mahaprabhu says, that Krishna says. So only develop this desire, not the desire. That's enough.
I heard a class once where the devotee said that Krishna looked around in the pillar, the shiny pillar, and he saw himself.
Yes.
And he fainted. So does that mean he, like Luigi Dave was saying, does that mean he doesn't understand his limits?
No, he saw the pillar his own reflection. You understand? That he is so beautiful. He is so beautiful. So he says, I was saying that thing, you are not come in the class. Aparikalita purvakha samatkarakari. That verse is Rupa Swami has written. Who is this very beautiful, handsome young man? He is just asking, just looking at his own image, own reflection. So his friend standing beside him. Who is this? Then he nods his head and turns his head towards his friends. He saw the reflection, turns his head. Then, oh, it is me? Then he says, oh, it is me? It's my reflection. So much beauty is there in me. You understand? So that means you don't know he's so beautiful. There's another thing hidden. Kamaya Radhikeva. Only Radharani knows about the beauty of Krishna, and Radharani enjoys it fully and gets pleasure. So, he develops that desire there. Kamaya Radhikeva, in that verse is that by seeing this form, handsome form, this young man, this desire comes up into me, that like Radharani, that I embrace this handsome young man. So, Radharani's desire comes up. So he became Gour, taking Radha Bhav. Radhaya Pranaya Mahima Kidrusham Swadyo Hena Bhuta Madhurima Kidrusham Va Madiyo Saukham Jasya Madan Kavat Kidrusham Veti Lobhat Tadravadya Samajani Sachigarva Singhu Harindu. The three desires. To fulfill three desires, he came as Gauranga Mahaprabhu. How? Radhaya Pranaya Mahima. It is in Chaitanya Charitamrita. This verse is there. How Radharani's love. You understand? And Swadya Hena Bhuta Madhurima Kidrushoma Modiyo. How Radharani is enjoying and getting pleasure, enjoying me, my beauty. Madiya. And Saukhanjasya. What sort of happiness he gets out of that? These three desires. So, to fulfill these three desires, he came as Gaura, assuming Radha Bhav. Antar Krishna Bahi Gaura. This is the reason why Krishna came as Gaura. Why Shyam Sundar became Gaura Sundar. You understand? That is the reason why.
So doesn't that seem to suggest that at that point in time, Krishna didn't have knowledge of how Radharani felt?
You see, this is a spiritual thing. We cannot say Krishna has no knowledge. This is, Krishna wanted to manifest this Leela, Gaura Leela, to enjoy himself. You understand? One cannot enjoy oneself. You understand? So Krishna wanted this thing, how to enjoy his own beauty. Therefore he became Gaura. That is his wonderful Leela, pastime, which is not fulfilled in Krishna Leela. When he came as Krishna, that was not fulfilled. So he became Gaura. Then it is fulfilled. So Gaura Leela is complete, Purna Leela. But there is some deficiency in Krishna Leela. So Gaura is Paripurna.
I think sometimes we forget that God, being a person, he also has desires and longings. And
yes,
like
God has desire for this thing only. God has developed lobha, greed. Lobha. Greed is a bad thing. It is one sort of enemy. Gita says, Kama krodha lobha etutriyam tejatraya narkasya dwara. Kam means lust, lobha, krodh means anger, lobha, greed. These three, give up these three. Because this leads to get towards hell. Give up these things. But lobha, this kam and krodh and lobha, lust, anger and greed can be utilized in the service of Krishna Lord. Kama Krishna arpane, that is stated. You develop your lusty desire to serve Krishna as gopis did. You understand? Gopis have this lusty desire. You may develop that thing, not to enjoy in this material world. Kama Krishna arpane, krodha, bhakta dveshi jane. You should utilize this krodha, anger, as Hanuman did. You understand? He is a great sadhu, bhakta, that one who is blaspheming Vaishnavas, sadhus, and also blaspheming the Lord. You should utilize this krodha, this anger. That is nice. Otherwise it will be an enemy. Kam, krodha, lobh. You should also develop this greed. Don't be greedy enough to acquire material things for your sense enjoyment. You understand? But be greedy enough to associate more and more with sadhus and hear more and more about Krishna Katha. Develop this greed. This is good. It is taken. You understand? So Krishna, the Lord, has this greed. How to fulfill these three desires. Therefore he became Gaura. You understand? Lobha. Lobha means greed. Spiritual things. It's not material. You should interpret it in material way.
Yeah.
Spiritual. It's very nice. Oh, Kunta. Hare Krishna. You see, Radha Pandit was
Worshipping.
Yes.
Where did he get?
I think that deity was installed by him, Radha Pandit.
The Pujari said that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu found him under the sand
No,
and gave to Gadadhar.
it is not no well-mentioned like that.
Many wild stories.
Yeah, very concocted story. No, here, it is not mentioned anywhere. Only this thing, Radha Pandit was listening. And deity was in standing position, and Gadadhar Pandit became too old, and this bent. So he cannot put on the flower garland on the shoulder of deities. So deity was so merciful, so he sat down.
Yeah.
He sat down.
Only sitting you find
He
Krishna.
was sitting. That's right. Formerly he was in standing position, very big deity. Now
Yeah,
you
big
find in sitting position. And also, when Mahaprabhu disappeared in three places, devotees have seen him disappear. That he disappeared and merged into the deity of Gopinath, Kota Gopinath. So there is a crack in his knee, on his knee. Did Pujari show you that?
Yeah.
Yes. And he also, devotees saw that he merged into the deity of Jagannath, Lord Jagannath in Puri temple. And some saw him, he just merged into the ocean, three places. So, how Mahaprabhu manifested the river. But many stories, concrete stories go on like that. Avadhananti mangudhamanu sintanu asritam, as Gita says. The mudhas, rascals, they deride me. They think me as an ordinary human being. So, some pandits, mundane scholars, they depict like that, some Puri Brahmanas, Pandas, they killed Mahaprabhu inside Puri temple. There is a book in Bengal I have seen, it's written like that. Such nonsense.